He had set up all the cameras and he was researching up the mics. So on his 3-year anniversary with his wife, he would drug her, invite Owen over, and watch as Owen assaulted her unconscious body. His wife was completely unaware that there were hidden cameras installed in the corner of their bedroom ceilings, live streaming everything to James's closest friends. James is getting off on this praise. He would smile, dim the lights on his phone so that his sleeping wife wouldn't see what he's doing, and he would rewatch his own live stream. Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. It's the 3 buildings and what looks like a spacecraft sitting on top of the 3 buildings.
Yes.
The top is actually the largest infinity pool in the entire world. It is like the equivalent of being in a pool on the 100th floor, about 1,100 feet up in the sky. It's a 5-star hotel that a lot of couples in Singapore, they'll even do staycations there. Because truly, like, what is more romantic than taking a swim overlooking the entire city? And it's not cheap. The most affordable room starts at around $500 a night, but you can also book a lover's suite. That's gonna cost you around like $1,500 per night. This is a luxury resort. But James didn't care. He said no expenses are going to be spared. He just really wanted to splurge on his wife, Jennifer. They were going through the thick of life. They're raising 4 daughters together. I mean, nothing in life at this point seemed easy anymore. Everything about being a parent was just exhausting. And both of them deserved some rest. So they spent all day just lounging in hotel robes, going to the spa, ordering room service. By the end of the night, Jennifer excused herself to the restroom to go take a shower. James is waiting in the hotel room, waiting for the water to turn on, waiting to hear the sound of his wife open and close the shower door behind her. And then he pounced. He pounced on her phone. This was the whole purpose of the trip. James wanted to see what was in that damn phone. He went through her messages. He went through all of her messaging apps, WhatsApp, all of that. And then finally, he clicked on Facebook Messenger. He starts speed scrolling through her messages. He knows exactly what he's looking for in here. He had a sneaking suspicion this whole time. And there it was. Messages between James's friend, Owen, and his wife, Jennifer. So he starts scrolling to see what they're talking about. And it was bad. Jennifer, the wife, is telling Owen that they were at the Marina Bay Sands resort. And Owen is kind of teasingly asking her, "Oh, are you gonna wear a bikini? Are you gonna swim at the pool?" Okay, it's bad, but maybe it's explainable. James keeps scrolling. There were messages James found where Jennifer, his wife, is telling Owen all these intimate details about her marriage with James. She said that whenever James asks her to sleep with him, she doesn't even know how to respond. She doesn't even want to respond. He just isn't doing it for her anymore. If she felt obligated to sleep with him, she would just close her eyes and imagine that it was Owen instead.
Oh my gosh.
James had confirmation that his wife was cheating on him with his friend. James said that he just felt this strong sense of betrayal.
I'm so sorry. Owen is his friend?
Owen is James's friend. But he didn't even feel the betrayal coming from his wife. He felt it coming from Owen. They had a deal. Owen wasn't supposed to flirt with James's wife. He was only supposed to R-word her. How can it be R-word when they're both choosing to sleep with each other, when they're both choosing to have an affair? That wasn't part of the plan. James decided that day to take matters into his own hands. So on his 3-year anniversary with his wife, he would drug her, invite Owen over, and watch as Owen assaulted her unconscious body. He would end up liking this experience so much that for the next 8 years, he would find like-minded husbands on online forums, and they would drug and assault each other's wives, all the while recording it for their own sick pleasure. With that being said, this case does take place in Singapore, and due to their intense privacy laws, all parties involved in today's case cannot be named, not even the perpetrators, due to gag orders imposed by the court. In most online articles, all the perpetrators are given a single letter alias, so J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And in court documents, they were referred to as CEG, CEK, CEL, and so on and so forth, which just make it so incredibly hard to follow for this episode. So I'm going to give everyone involved a nickname with their court-designated letter to make it easier to follow. And for clarity, the nicknames of the wives of the perpetrators are going to start with the same letter. So for example, James is J, and his wife will be called Jennifer in this episode. Kevin, his wife will be called Kathy in this episode. And so on and so forth. James was a former safety officer who was now trying to make a name for himself live streaming. He had set up all the cameras and he was researching up the mics. He didn't set up the mics yet because they're a bit trickier. He needed to think a little bit more about where am I going to put it? Where's the best placement for the mics to pick up all the good sounds? But at least the cameras were up. So he starts live streaming straight away. He's texting all of his friends a link to his live stream and he's asking if they could kindly come and support him. Almost every single one of his friends showed up to every single live stream in the beginning. Even though there were no mics set up, they couldn't hear a single thing that James was doing or saying. Nothing, just video, no audio. They showed up to give their unwavering support and encouragement. They were James's brothers, you know? After his lengthy live streams that usually happened in the middle of the night, his friends would stay up even if they had work the next day just to watch, just to support. Afterwards, his friends would flood the group chat with, "Nice show. That was very well done. You thought of every detail. We loved it. You keep getting better and better at this. Keep it up." James is getting off on this praise. He would smile, dim the lights on his phone so that his sleeping wife wouldn't see what he's doing, and he would rewatch his own live stream. The one where he was engaging in intimate relations with his wife. His wife was completely unaware that there were hidden cameras installed in the corner of their bedroom ceilings, live streaming everything to James's closest friends. His family friends, his best friends, and all of his little online buddies that he met on Sammy Boy. Have you heard of Sammy Boy?